Rev up your engines! Welcome to my Thursday video where I answer a viewer's question with an entire video. Today's question comes from Anderson Rodriguez, and he asks, Scotty, when are you going to make the video who makes better engines, Honda or Toyota? Well, my answer might surprise you. A lot of people have accused me of being paid by Toyota to tell everybody how great their cars are. Well, in terms of engines, I would say Honda actually makes the best engines. Now, as you can see by the three cars in the driveway, that's the three cars we have. They're all either Toyota or Lexus that are just fancy Toyotas, but I own them because I'm a mechanic. I hate working on my own cars, and I'm cheap. So I want to get cars that'll last the absolute longest with the least amount of maintenance. So I buy Toyotas. I buy them for the overall car. But when it comes to engines themselves, I believe that Honda actually makes the better engines. And here's a little history to back me up. Now, when I was a young mechanic in the early 1970s, one of my father's customers at the corner gas station had a Honda AN 600, which was the first car that Honda sold in the United States. It had a two-cylinder air-cooled, basically motorcycle engine of 598 cc's. It only put out 36 horsepower, and strangely enough, my father's customer, the guy was like 6'6", and he came crawling out of this car. And I said, well, what's under that hood? And he opened it up, and I saw this tiny little air-cooled engine with a fan that cooled it, running that little bitty Honda. But Honda, originally being a motorcycle company, they're into motors. Think about it. Motorcycles are basically motors and wheels. The most important thing is the motor, and they were very good at making motors. Honda makes and designs all their own engines. As an example, the 2000 Honda S2000 was a really radical production design. It was the first car that put out over 120 horsepower per liter of size of any naturally aspirated engine of a car that cost less than $100,000. It was a very interesting 2-liter design, so it put out 240 something horsepower, but it only cost $36,000. When any car that had more power than that per size, you're talking about 100 grand up. So it was a pretty radical change there. So Honda, over their history, has designed and manufactured some excellent engines. They keep perfecting them as time goes on. Now, Toyota makes great engines too, but when it comes to really interesting engine designs and power, hey, a lot of the stuff that they tried out wasn't even a Toyota design. For example, the first Toyota real sports car was a 1967 2000 GT, which had the basis of a Toyota 3M 6-cylinder engine, but another Japanese company, also known for making motorcycles, Yamaha, was the one that actually built those engine ups with fancy heads and stuff. It was not really a Toyota design, it was more a Yamaha design. Now, they only made a few hundred of them, as you can see over here. They're really cool looking cars. They kind of look like mini Corvettes, but it's not really a Toyota designed engine. It was more of a Yamaha designed engine. And then later in the 2000s, Toyota put in some of their Celicas the 2ZZ GE engine, which had all kinds of problems. It was also a Yamaha design, but it was almost a complete Yamaha design. And every single one of my customers that had one of those Celicas with the 2ZZ GE engine in it, the engines went out and they had to put another engine in because they just weren't built correctly. And if you go to the present time, 2018, the Toyota 86 sports car is in reality a Subaru with a Subaru engine in it. It's pretty much the same car as the Subaru BRZ. Now, the Toyota, generally you can get them with fancier stuff on them, but they're actually made by Subaru, not just the engine, the whole car. So when it comes with trying new things, Honda makes their own engine designs, where Toyota, hey, they're using other companies' designs. Now, granted, Toyota, they've made so much money, they own percentages of those other companies that are making the cars and engines, but still, as an engine builder, I would have to say that Honda actually makes better engines than Toyota does. That's one of the reasons you see a lot of the kids souping up these Civics. They're good engines to begin with, but man, they can really be beefed up. They have very interesting, strong designs that not only put out a lot of power, but still last an awful long time with a little bit of maintenance. So now, you can all breathe a little easier knowing that Scotty isn't being paid off by Toyota to say how great their products are. Scotty just tells it as it is. And since this is the Thursday segment where I answer a viewer's question, place your own question on the YouTube comments below, and I'll pick the best ones to make a single video to answer your questions. And where else can you find a guy with 50 years experience of fixing cars to answer your own question with a video? So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.